lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The shortstop.
Trying to bunt his way aboard, but this will get foul. Oh, and 1, here it comes. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
That's a well-placed fastball right there, just off the outside. If you can get guys to expand the strike zone and go after that pitch, you're going to have a lot of success. No luck that time, though.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Trey Turner is retired for the first out here in the bottom half of the first. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit on the ground to third. Played on the backhand. On to first, and Haps rolling now, 2 away. Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1.
One thing I'm going to keep my eye on with this young starter on the mound is how he's able to stay ahead of hitters. It makes pitching at this level a lot easier. And when you're trying to establish yourself in the big leagues, you're going to have a much better time doing that if you attack hitters from the get-go.
Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. An inning in the books tonight, still scoreless here on the show. Now at the plate, Brandon Crawford. He'll lead it off here to begin the second.
Shortstop, Brandon Crawford.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Gone to lead off the inning. Here's Brock Holt now.
Batting fifth, second baseman.
Home run,
In
Brandon
the
Crawford.
and the pitch. And a cut fastball, but this bounces near the plate for a ball.
Well, I'll tell you, if he wants to turn things around, that pitch is one he's going to have to start locating a lot better.
And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Well, that was a good changeup right there. You see how he swung through that ball? Man, he's got him thinking now, because that was clearly an indication he was looking fastball and got fooled.
Sent on the ground out to second. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
Okay, here's the defense for the home team, brought to you by Majestic. And I'm looking at the catcher, Matt Wieters. Biggest compliment I ever heard from Matt Wieters: nobody catches a throw from the outfield and tags a runner better than him. He'll take a shot, too. He also calls a pretty good game.
The tag, and he is out.
Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 5.
In now, Matt Holliday. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. He's ready. Here's the first offering. The cutter runs outside, ball 1. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed.
Damn.
Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
You know, it's so hard to get around on a pitch like that, particularly when it's up and in on your hands like that. I call that Black & Decker
You
ball.
want to throw
It'll break a
fucking
lot of
curveballs.
bats.
Smash you.
And he will pull into second with a 2-out double.
Great recognition. He's looking for a ball up. The breaking ball hung, and he stayed with it. When they're up high, let it fly. When they start out low, you got to let it go.
And that'll bring up the Hall of Famer Dale Murphy. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away.
I don't. What? I'm not gonna accept the concede. You shitting me? What a bitch. What the fuck? Oh look, I'm playing the Indians.
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. It'll be spring training Diamond Dynasty action in this one between the Outlaws and the Spiders. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Check swing here in a little looper.
Wow, I got a hold of that
motherfucker. This is taken for the out.
Batting second, the right fielder, number 4.
Here's George Springer.
George Springer.
And that changeup makes him jump, a swing and a miss. Our game time temperature here to start play, a balmy 86 degrees at first pitch. Sinker, and this one's over as well. 0-2 now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he gives this a pretty good ride that time, but that's going to be up amongst the crowd, a foul ball. Another 0-2 coming. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Hit hard toward the right side, and Pujols won't get there. This is a fair ball. He'll get it into second, and now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Not really much the pitcher can do about that one. He put the ball down in the zone where he wanted it, but it was just a solid piece of hitting. Goes down and gets it and pulls it into the corner for extra bases.
Yeah, as you know, Dan, sometimes the hitter just wins. A 1 pitch on its way. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time.
Those 2-out hits are so big. They're so valuable. And to have a 2-out double, now you got a chance to drive in a run and get on the board. Look like.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. So digging in now, Jose Ramirez. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The shortstop, Jose Ramirez.
Lays off 1-0.
Oh man, I'm gonna go to bed. Continue to stream.
Really?
I got a race. Dude, I got a race tomorrow, bro.
This is on the ground over first. And
Get
this will
out.
get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Well, they're having a good night so far. The
And you
pitcher
gonna
threw a
bust my
scoreless
calls
top
about
of the
it?
first, and now he leads off with the single. This is the recipe you want.
Jason.
He's ready.
Hitman.
Here's the first
keep you on
offering.
that,
Throw
homie.
to first, but he's back in safely.
Hello?
Nobody out, runner on first.
I'll let you concentrate. Good night, brother. Wish me luck, at least.
Turned on down the line. A step on the bag for one, and he's safe.
He made it safe.
And with that, here's a glance at the starting lineup for the home squad. Harold, what's the key for them today?
Tell you what, Matt, they got a great pitcher going, so it takes the pressure off the offense. You know you don't need 5 or 6 runs to win a game. You just scrape out a couple, and he's going to make it stand up.
Jumped ahead with strike one there, and that's something he's going to do a lot of in this start. He doesn't have lights out stuff, so it's important for him to be pitching ahead and have the hitters on their heels.
Well, he's out in front of that changeup. I think, Matt, that was a result of the fastball the pitch before. He's throwing so hard, you got to honor that fastball in that situation.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2. Sent on the ground out to second. Holt is there on to first, and there were 2 down. Stepping into the box, Albert Pujols, trying to cash in here in his first at-bat with a runner at third and 2 gone. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. 1 strike to Pujols. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. Well, as demonstrated there, that's a tough pitch to do anything with.
Oh, you think? If you've got a good fastball like he does, that location can be really effective. It looks so tempting to the hitter, but making contact on that pitch can be very tough.
Hit to third. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Second inning upcoming here on the south side with no score. Coming to the plate now, Matt Holliday. He'll lead it off against Steven Matz.
Left fielder, Matt Holliday.
On the ground to third. Gung's got it. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
Time for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the home team. I'm looking down there at Brett Gardner. You know, Yankee Stadium made this guy one of the best defenders because it's so spacious. He had to go a long way to center, and being left-handed, he had to backhand a lot of balls. So as a result, he learned how to get great jumps on the baseball and makes great plays.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. And now a pitch on the way. Here's a ball well struck for the right field corner. And this is a fair ball as it'll make its way toward the 335 sign. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. Coming to the plate now, Dale Murphy. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Hard hit to first. And he is out on the tag. Here's the Hall of Famer Wade Boggs trying to cash in here in his first at-bat with a runner at third and 2 gone. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. 0-1, here it comes. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. No score at this point, but a 2-out hit could get a runner in from third. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
You know, he's had a very economical start out there. Got through the first inning on just 9 pitches, and he's got a chance to keep it in single digits again here in the second.
And this one gets away. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Now at the plate, Jung Ho Kang. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Jung Ho Kang.
To third. Boggs fields it cleanly. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other, one away.
Batting six. Catcher.
At the plate, Gary Sanchez. First pitch on its way. Chopped weakly to the left. Boggs has it. In time to first, and there are two away.
Batting seventh. Right
So bases
fielder,
are empty here with two
Adam
gone, and that'll bring in the right fielder, Adam Jones. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fouled straight back. The windup and the 0-1. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball one. Hit high in the air down the right field line. Springer is there, and it's a very quick inning as the side is retired. Nothing doing. Back at Guaranteed Rate Field on the south side as we get a nice look at the Chicago skyline from above the shores of Lake Michigan.
For the Outlaws, catcher Luis Severino.
Bounce towards the mound. This is foul for the first strike. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
Now that's not fair. You're supposed to be throwing sinkers, and he throws a high fastball right there. That's why everybody's shaking their head.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Here's another 0-2. That was a curveball that never really broke, stayed high. Hit down the line at first, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Here's another 1-2. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Well, these are just extra pitches that are just going to add to your pitch count. He's not trying to work around him, and no reason to, but sometimes you just lose the strike zone for no apparent reason.
That is the fourth foul ball of this AB right here. He's seeing a lot of pitches.
Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. And he finally wears him down here as he strikes him out after a 9-pitch at bat.
The center fielder,
Riding in once again, Billy Burns. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Grounded down the third baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Third inning, no score to this point. Line drive to center field. Coming on is Brantley, but he won't get there. It's a base hit.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, George Springer. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Throw over to the bag. Perhaps wisely, another look to first. But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. Once more, a throw over. Here's the first pitch to him. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Throw won't get him. Runner at first here, one man out. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Brantley is under it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Now batting.
The left-handed power bat of Greg Bird digs in now. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. And he is tagged out here. Boy, a bad mistake that time as he's picked off to end the inning. Ready now, Brett Gardner. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3. He pulls this one into right. Springer is there to put it away for out number 1.
Batting ninth. Pitcher.
So striding forward now, Steven Matz. He'll get to take his first cuts here. In there, and it's 0-1.
We're seeing him in an absolute groove out there in the mound right now. Retired 7 straight, and mechanically, he looks really consistent and fluid to me.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. Ready for another chance. Jose Ramirez. He singled his last time up. And the changeup is way low that time.
Kind of a surprise not to see a fastball on the first pitch there. The guy's probably taking at least one pitch to give his pitcher a chance to sit down after he already made the second out.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. The 1-2 pitch. And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. So they go down without a whimper here. 3 innings complete, and we are tied 0-0. Digging in to try it again, Greg Bird. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
Greg Bird.
Hit hard on the ground to short, and that's through for another base hit. He'll make it 2 for 2 in this one. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning.
Well, you make in-game adjustments, right, Matt? I mean, they've had a hard time scoring. Right here, he jumps on the first pitch to get things going, so I see a little bit of a change. Maybe this is how they jumpstart their offense for the rest of the game.
And this one's in the dirt. And a nice job keeping it close. It's ball 1. A changeup over the inside corner. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
And a great job to stick with it here as he gets the first out of the inning.
5,
Matt Holliday standing in now. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Here's a swing and a ground ball. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up. Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
Well, there's a 1-out infield single. You know what? You can start a lot of rallies with 1 out. He was hustling down the line. If you're pitching, you think, golly, that was so unlucky.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a bunt attempt here. Sanchez is there, and he has it for the out.
the catcher, number 3.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Dale Murphy. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul.
Well, he's out in front of that changeup. I tell you what, he had to honor the fastball. The fastball, the pitch before and back with the changeup, that's a great combination.
And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got two guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. And is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Second baseman, Jason Kipnis.
It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball.
Well, it was a pretty good pitch right there. A little bit late. That's why he wasn't able to catch it right there in his wheelhouse.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. And no shot for Holiday. It's a foul ball.
Man, I think he thought he was going to get another breaking ball right there. He's a little bit late on that fastball. That's a nice pitch, though, following that breaking pitch to keep him off balance with the heater. He's just fouling him off till he gets something he wants to hit.
And now he'll step off as they look for a strikeout pitch. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Another foul ball, and this battle will continue.
That's 4 foul balls in a row. He's battling, no doubt.
Ready with another 0-2. This ball will be chopped foul.
This is turning into quite an at-bat. That's 5 foul balls. He's seeing a lot of pitches.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Well, I think that pitch is the result of a lot of foul balls. He might have tried to do a little bit too much with it, trying to get him to swing through it, but it just ended up taking off on him.
Now a slider can't make it back to that outside edge, and that takes the count to 2-2 now. That's lifted the other way out to left. Holiday is under it. 1 out. Here's Michael Brantley. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. On the ground to the right side. Holt in the hole. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 5.
So striding in, Albert Pujols. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Pretty painless half of the inning all told. On to the top of inning number 5 we go, and we are tied 0-0. So stepping in, Wade Boggs comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Wade Boggs.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. Now here's the pitch. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Another one sent foul. Again, a 1-2. Line towards center field. Brantley is there, and he has it for the first out.
The pitcher, number 40, Luis
into the box
Severino.
now, Luis Severino. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1.
Ball
2-1.
Count is 2-1.
The 2-1 on its way. Started to go around, but he's able to check his swing for ball 3. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Ramirez is up with it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
The center fielder, number 1. Billy
Digging in and
Burns.
looking for more, Billy Burns. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. And this is lined softly here to the left side. Foul. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 out, nobody on.
Ball 2.
Inside and low, 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Now a curveball ripped down the left field line. That's a fair ball. Running hard. He's digging for second. The throw into second. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
And he just blasts this thing down the left field line.
The batter,
I thought it might bend
right fielder,
foul, but it lands
George
just inside the chalk, and he's able to leg it out for a double. Good looking swing.
And a wild pitch here as this one's to the backstop. And the recovery's not going to be in time at third, and that should be ruled a wild pitch. Here comes the 1-0. Fooled pretty badly there as he reaches to poke this one foul. 1-1. Here it comes. Swing and a line drive, but pulled in at the hot corner, and that ends the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. Now to the plate, Jung Ho Kang. He'll lead things off as we begin the home 5th.
Gone.
Hit out towards second. And that's through for a hit. So the leadoff man reaches in their half of the 5th.
Bye.